Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. This is my channel on my hobbies. Right now it's primarily cross stitching, but I do some sewing. I do hopefully one day want to get into some quilting. I like to paper craft, and I make gift cards and gift tags and treat boxes and gift card holders, that kind of a thing. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you enjoy the content and what you see. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you return. Let's see what I've been up to. We have reached the 2,000 mark, and we will be doing a celebration and a little giveaway probably sometime in January. End of the year is always a little hectic, so I just kind of want to take a breath, take a minute, and make sure that I've picked some things and ordered some things that I think you guys will like. This week we had Christmas. Christmas was lovely. I did a thorough deep cleaning of most of my house, which was good. I don't know, there's something about getting into the corners of your living room and cleaning them out and dusting and polishing and all of the things that, you know, I don't know, it just kind of relaxes me a little bit. So it was good to get in and do some of that. I was tired though the day after Christmas, because I host. The day after Christmas, I think I took like a 2.5 hour nap in the afternoon. I was pretty tired, and this year with so much going on around cold and flu season, I do like to give myself, if I can nap, I want to let myself nap. I don't get to bed very early. I try, but my brain just doesn't shut off. So if that means I can make up a little bit of the sleep in the afternoon, I'm going to do that. I guess I got enough stitching done. Not as much as I had hoped. So I feel like I touched quite a bit, but I don't know that I don't think that I really made a ton of progress on any one thing, if that makes sense. I actually did a little bit of sewing. I'm going to cover that in another video, and but I do have a sewing project that I really do think is cute, and I'm glad that I did it, and we will talk about that. And no finishes, no fully finished objects. And I know I've got a bunch of stuff that I do want to finish before the end of the year, but yeah, I think that's it. I will be doing a video that will go over my finishes and my whips and plans for 2025. I will tell you that my plans for 2025, I want to be really simple. But I do have a thought on how I want that to proceed. So without further ado, I was watching Nicole Spohr, and I don't have the other one. I was watching Nicole Spohr's Vlogmas, and she had done these candy canes. I did not do the candy canes. I did not have fabric that I really liked enough for them, so I did not do them. But she also had done a patchwork star. She did one in the fall with Halloween fabric that I really liked, and then she did a few with Christmas fabric. And so I gave my hand a try at that. It's a quilted star. I use the mini charm pack that I got, and the I'll have to look it up, and I'll list it below what the fabric line is. Vintagey inspired pinks, greens, reds, cream. Really, really cute. I laid them out in the pattern that I liked. I put it together in a 2 by 2 inch square, like mini quilt top, and then I added the batting and I quilted it through the batting, and then I had enough, barely. I don't think I followed the directions completely perfectly, because I would not have had enough fabric to do the quilted back, and I really wanted it to be quilted on both the front and the back. So I just so I kind of finagled it a little bit. I do have enough sewing experience that I feel like I can do that without too much trouble. And I finished it and I love it. So this is my quilted star. And on the back, really, really cute. Again, a mini charm pack. I will say, if I do this again, which I probably will, the mini charm packs were very, very easy to work with. 2 packs is what you need for this. So I will order again. I didn't have to cut anything down. That's why I liked it so much. It's the first time I've ever sewn with a mini charm pack or a charm pack of any kind, pre-cut anything. And I really did thoroughly enjoy it. And I think it turned out so cute. Maybe that should have been the front. I like that better than that. Oh well. Really, really cute. And I love this fabric line. So, starting to finish yesterday, along with something else that I'm going to share in another video. Candy canes, I do want to work on that, so I'm going to keep this pattern out, so that when I do buy fabrics and keep my eyes open for fabrics, I can think of the stars, think of the candy cane, and buy fabric that I think would be appropriate for that. So maybe I have something in the garage, but they're so buried in the back of the corner. I just couldn't do it. So what did I stitch on? Not a whole lot. I will say I moved my furniture to put the tree up, and I haven't really done a good I vacuumed the furniture, but I haven't done a really good job of vacuuming the furniture. And so I was vacuuming the furniture, and the back cushion kind of fell forward a little bit, and I found this tucked inside. We are getting new furniture. One of the chairs was delivered. It's still, I have to put it together. It's still in the garage. The rug was delivered yesterday. The rest of the furniture, the couch and the other chair, will be coming on January 1st, which is weird. So, I mean, I'm glad I found this, because it would have gotten tossed. I don't think I ever would have seen it. So it needs its trim, and then it'll be done with the others. I don't even know how that happened. I kind of do, but not really. So I will get that finished and tagged. So I had to share that. All the other ones are done and ready to go, and okay, the other day I pulled out Winter Garden by Hello from Liz Mathews. I have not touched this in a year, or almost a year. It's been a while. And as I'm thinking about what I want to do for the coming year, I do want to organize my whips and get them, get the samplers, the bigger pieces, give them a little bit more attention too this year. So I've got some thoughts on that. But I pulled this out and I worked on it the other night. And I finished this butterfly, this butterfly. I worked on these 3 stars here. And that's about as far as I got. But I'm actually creeping over to the other half of the page, or the, you know, the design, so I feel like I'm making progress. I will be framing this, and I'm not sure where I will keep it because it does have the reindeer. It'll probably be out here. It could wind up on my bedroom wall. But I love this. I am stitching this on, I wanted to stitch it using things I had here in, you know, in my room. I wanted to stitch from stash. So I chose Wichelt linen in the color Artichoke, and it's a 28 count. So it just has a light green to it. I think you can see it a little bit better there. But as you can see, when it's on this, it doesn't really read very green. And I do think the colors look nice on it. They play off of it well. It's not my favorite linen, but I did, you know, I did subscribe to the Linen Club through Fat Quarter Shop for a while, and this is what they send. They send the Wichelt, and to kind of build up my stash, I did it because it was an affordable way to build up my stash with linen. And that was more in the beginning where I didn't really know what I preferred. Now I have a better idea of what I prefer, and I can make decisions on that a little bit easier. And I'm using called for DMCs. So as you can see, it's just a real pretty palette. So yeah, it felt good to pull this out and to get some stuff stitched on it. Put some motifs in. Picture. I also put some time in on Winter Quaker. This one I was a little frustrated with, if I'm quite honest. I was working on this motif and I got the whole outline of it done. I just had the center to do. And then I realized I was off over here in the beginning of my circular outline. And so I thought, well, what am I going to do? Well, I frogged it. I'm stitching this on 36 count refined linen in the color Fortnight. Maybe it's Fortnight Fabrics. Maybe it's Fortnight Fabrics and the color is refined. I don't know, but it's a beautiful blue. And I'm stitching it with the called for floss. And that's where I'm at. So I had messed up right in here. I did too many over here, and it threw this whole thing off all the way around. So I just couldn't leave it. This is a very pretty piece of fabric. Lots of modeling. Almost looks gray, but it definitely has a lot of blue in it. Really very pretty. And the called for is Battleship, color and cotton. Nice variegated blue. Blue-gray. I would like to get this one done because they are so quick and easy. Then I can have a fully finished maybe before the end of winter and get it up. That would be fun. Next in my Star 87 Crafts bag from Nina. Thank you. I pulled out Cocoa Quaker by Primrose. And I'm stitching this on, I believe it's the called for. What is the called for? .32 count Murano Lugana in Taupe. This could be a halfway done of Friday Focus as well. So what did I do? I worked on these two mugs, this mug, this corner, and over here. I think that's what I wound up doing. I will come back over and hit the roof here when I do the hat for the snowman that goes in that motif. More than halfway done on this one. Probably a couple of nights it'll be done. Okay. When you look at it, because it's not blocked, this and because this isn't a complete point, it almost looks like it's off, but it's not. Called for because I ordered the floss pack. That's fun. I don't see myself putting that any of those charts from their release this winter or fall away anytime soon. I pulled out Snow Magical. I just wanted to get as much of the snow, his body, and the hills behind him done as possible. And I feel like I made quite a bit of progress. I am using the called for flosses with the exception of the sweater. I think I'm going to change it, and I think I'm going to use these two blues here. Haven't completely decided, but the main sweater will be in this blue, which is Blue Bonnet. And then I believe the pattern, instead of doing it in white, I think I'm going to do it in really tealy. I think that would look really pretty together. It's hard to tell. And I'm stitching this one on 40 count Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. And I made quite a bit of progress. I think I probably was right about here. So I stitched a good ½ an inch. So I'm almost done with that bottom part. Then it's a sweater, his head, and then all of the other little things around. I am going to finish it on this piece. I have this wooden piece, and I will paint it probably very similarly. The ribbon I use will probably be maybe in the blue tones. We'll see what I have. And I may or may not add the little pinecone berry thing. I have some of that, I think. I'm not sure what I'll add yet. But I love it. Super cute. I pulled out the Christmas Star, Quaker Christmas Star by Hello from Liz Mathews. This is a chart that she released at the Jingle Ball this year. You had to purchase it. This wasn't the one that went with the class. I love it. I think it's stunning. And I'm using all of the called fors. Now, on here is more than just what's needed for this chart. But all of the called fors are in here. It's a lot of floss. But I also have hollyberry in there, and I added a couple different reds because I didn't like the reds that she picked. She did more of these rusty colors, which I guess when you look at holly out in nature, I suppose it could be more of these colors, but I wanted it more red. I am stitching this on, I believe, 36 count vintage country mocha. Yes, Edinburgh linen. So I finished this motif. I did this motif and the bird. And it is so pretty. I mean, those greens just look so nice against that fabric. I don't think I'm going to use the called for red. I think I'm going to pull in something that's a little more on the red side. Maybe that. For the Merry Christmas. Or that's almost too bright. Or maybe, well, might be this one actually. 3831. It does have a little bit of pinky undertone. I could do 816, which would be a little darker. So, we'll see what I wind up with when I get to it. I do have a ton of seed beads. I don't think I will need to order any more. And somewhere I have supplies from when my grandmother made her own hats. And she has some seed beads that are really old. They're mine now. I'm not sure where they are. I don't know if I have them in with my regular seed beads or if they're in a special place that I probably couldn't put my hands on it right now if my life depended on it. But if I can find her seed beads and they look good, I might use the vintage beads that are actually silver. I think the silver's tarnishing a little bit on the inside, so it'll give it that aged look. Otherwise, I have a bunch of other beads, and I'm sure I can find something here in my stash that would look really good on the trim of the star. Okay. I really dove in and pulled some things out I haven't worked on in a while. I pulled out Polar Pack. I would like for this to be finished. I am stitching this on... What am I stitching this on? An unknown mystery fabric. But I believe it's a... Could it be a picture of this plus? Are they the ones that print on one side of the fabric? Anyways, I had this in my stash and I pulled it. And this is where I'm at. Wanted to get the... Oh my gosh, look what I did. Do you see what I did? I messed it up. I'm not going back. It's just gonna have to work. Needless to say, I have struggled with this over and over and over again. But the bottom is done. So now I just need to work on the polar bears and what's going on around them and call it a day. I don't know why I found this design so difficult, but I struggled and struggled and struggled with it. This is not the first time I've struggled with it, and I don't want to UFO it because I do like it. I like the pattern, but that's a lot of stitching. And I've already restarted it once. If you've been with me a while, you know I've restarted it because I messed it up there. I did it right there. I don't know what I was thinking here. It's okay. It's all okay. It'll be cute when it's done. Only I will know the difference. And it's funny, I looked at it the other day and I'm like, is that wrong? And then I looked at the chart. I'm like, that's right. Maybe the chart is wrong. I don't know. We'll have to look and see at some point. Okay. Last but not least, I have a new Friday focus, and I chose this one because it really is a small piece that's almost done, and it is the Birds of a Feather February by Annabella's, and I just love the brightness of the birds. They make me feel happy. I'm using this on a scrap piece of linen I don't know the name of. I'm using the called for flosses. They are so bright and cheery. And that's where I'm at. So I worked on this last night. I added the bird's feet and their beak. I did all of the pink on the bird, the pink bird. I did the little heart, part of that flower, part of this flower, and that heart there last night. Really cute. A couple more Fridays, this should be done. And that's all the stitching that I did. I did ask my husband to get some things for me for Christmas, and he did, and I wanted to share those with you. We were at the Container Store, and I found these ribbons or trims, cording, and so we picked them up. So we have this gray with the gold through it. I thought it would be really pretty for finishing, as well as this green and white. Let's see if I can find the end. So this is really kind of what it looks like. It'd be a cute trim, I think. And then this one that's kind of sparkly, festive. So it's kind of a cream and a white with the gold coming through it. Kind of reminds me of tinsel. Charts. From Crochet Agogo, Crochet Agogo, Christmas basket. Can you see that? And I really liked this Birds of a Feather July by Annabella's. I don't think I'm going to put the word July in there, and I might add where this July it comes here, I might add some more green leaves to balance it out a little bit. But I thought he's beautiful. And then I've seen these, and I wasn't going to order these, and then I saw them done up like the cookie cutter ones that you make into like little dolls. So I had to. So I picked up Little Nick and Cookie Claws. And the goal here is to stitch them up and then to make them into small shaped dolls that would be really cute just stuck in one of my bowls or displays. And then I picked up from Twin Peak Primitives antidepressants because they make me happy. And then I picked up Winter Forest. And I do want to try to finish this in the drum style. I love it. I don't know if you notice the fabric. It is petite point linen. So it's 36 count Edinburgh linen, petite point linen. And it has little snowflake, like snowdrops. Polka dots that are supposed to be snowflakes on it that just add a little something to it. And then I got the finishing pack, which is the floss. And these pins that will go in the drum. These are very substantial and thick. So I am excited to get this started. In fact, I think I'm going to kit this up and take it back in the house with me. That might be a new start here this week. I asked him to pick up the micro gingham. I wanted the other gingham as well, but it was already sold out. So I asked for the fat quarter stack of the micro gingham from Riley Blake. And I love it. You can see the colors. They're just really, I can't wait to use like spring, Valentine's Day. Really happy about that. And then I got a fat quarter of, is this a fat quarter? It's a Bella bundle, but feels like it's more than a fat quarter. It's just so cute. I had to. Have nothing to finish with it yet, but I'm sure that I will. And then I really do enjoy putting plaid on the back of my fabric, and so I ordered this one. It's black and looks like it's got a little bit of blue gray. It looks a little bit more blue in person, and then it's got a little bit of red running through it. Teensy tiny bit that you really can't see very well. So those came, and then I was thinking about what I was working on, and I picked up some Rainy Lady Dot Creates, which is a real pretty pale blue. This might look really nice with the winter Quaker finish. I think it'll look good with this fabric too. And then I picked up Mud Puddle, which is a gray. I really liked that. And then, and I don't know why, but I had to, from Buttons Galore, I picked up the Christmas light bulb buttons. They're super cute. And Button Bonanza. So this is a good Christmas, country Christmas, and it's got deep reds and greens and creams and beiges. And I didn't know that it came packaged in this cute little package, but up here, right here, you can see I've got my button jar. I think I'm just going to dump these out into my button jar What do you guys think? Should I keep them separate or should I put them with all the other buttons? If I keep them separate, then I'll be able to find matching buttons very easily. If I mix them in with that, it's going to be a hot mess. What do you think? Decisions. And then I also ordered this quilt kit. I have seen this fabric on many different websites and I've been hunting it down and I cannot find it, which means it's probably out of print. And when I was perusing the Primrose Cottage, they did their February quilting free free stitch Friday quilting chart. I don't know. The first Friday of every month they do they release a free quilting pattern or a free cross stitch pattern. So this one was February's, and I remember seeing it in February and going, ooh, that's beautiful, but you know, it's after Christmas. I'm still trying to, you know, get caught up and, you know, not spend money. And I didn't buy it and I kicked myself for that. And then I saw they still had the kit, and so my husband bought it for me for Christmas. So it comes with a charm pack, 5-inch squares, all the pretty colors. It's just a really pretty, I love it. It's so pretty. And then it came with this, that, I think this is the binding, but only one of those is tagged as binding. Maybe one is the backing, I don't know. And then just a plain white cotton, and then this. It is a substantial bundle. I was pleasantly surprised. So then I sat down Christmas or the day after Christmas and I started looking for the chart or the pattern. Couldn't find it. It's gone. And then I went and looked in their quilting section and you can purchase it. So I purchased it. So I would like to work on this because the yellows and the blues and that turquoise are so pretty, and it would be a 22 by 22 inch quilt when it's all done, which I think would be really pretty out here, or I don't know where I don't know where I would hang it. Maybe behind the shelf up there. I don't know, but I couldn't get it out of my mind, and now it's mine. So I'm very happy about that. Almost don't want to cut into it. I just want to look at it. But then that would be not the point, correct? So that came in, and then I treated myself to we were at Target and I picked up this because the baker's twine. So you had the red and white, the black and white, and the silver and white. And my husband bought it. He's like, oh yeah, I'll pay for it since it's for gift wrapping. For gift wrapping. Oh. My sweet, sweet husband. And then I went on, oh shoot. Dang it. Then I went on to Benzie because they have this, they curate their felt, their wool felt into color palettes. So you can order just the colors you want, or you can order the color palette. Well, I wanted to order this color palette because I want to do something for my daughter for her animals, and her animals are this color palette. So I just bought the palette. But look at how pretty. Let me fan it out just a little bit more. It's really a pretty soft, shabby chic, maybe. color palette. All of the pinks and pinky beiges. There we go. And then you have the option of picking up all of the floss to go with all of the colors. Now these of course just fell out of the bag, and so they're all out of order. So I just to have them, I picked them up, but that way I don't have to worry about what color does this match to. I just match the floss to the felt and I'm done with it. And it also came with some needles, and I've already pulled one of those needles out to make the to put the button on that star pillow that I showed you earlier. And then I wanted to do another garland with my finishes. Do I have them here? No. My tart tin finishes from the Fat Quarter shop, the autumn ones, autumn celebration. I want to do a ball garland, but I want it to be felt balls, and I want them to be the colors that are in each of those stitches. And I watched a video on how you can make your own felt balls from felt roving, and it doesn't look too hard. So I picked up this pack, and they're curated very nicely. It's hard to tell. I know this light is... I don't want to take them out of the package. But pretty much all of these colors except for the navy are in that, the chart, the colors along with this color. And then I picked up this color because this is very similar to my daughter's cat, which coordinates with this for something else I want to do. Her birthday is on the 9th. I don't know, now that, my time off work is pretty much over. I mean, I go back to work on Thursday. It feels like it's tomorrow, even though it really isn't. The roving came in this cute bag. Just a muslin, screen printed with their name. So that is what I have purchased to date. That's what came in for Christmas. Oh, and then these storage bins. I was hoping these storage bins would work for my fabric and fit side by side in these calyx units, but they're too wide. Not gonna work. So I did find another set of boxes. They're not as long, but these will sit side by side. And then this is where I'm going to store my fabric in. You can see the fabrics fit perfectly in there. So I will be spending some time reorganizing my fabric, pulling some fabric out, putting it in the garage. Fabric that I don't necessarily want to get rid of, but that I probably am not going to use for finishing, will go into the garage, into one of the containers I have out there. And the fabric in here will just be for my finishing. Anyways, and that's the plan. So we'll see if that gets done this week, and what that looks like. I think that's it. Oh, and then pretty silk ribbon was tied around the felt to keep that. Yeah, that's it. So a really nice holiday, really actually quite a relaxing day. Having a holiday with adult children and even the youngest is now 21, is much different than when they were little. And it's much more relaxing and fun in a very different way. And I like it. I miss having the little kids. I miss having little kids to buy for. But there's something to be said when they're in this stage in life where they're done being kids, but they're not ready to have their own kids yet. It's just kind of nice to have the adults home. It just adds a different vibe. Dinner was great. My turkey was moist and flavorful. The gravy was, my sister did a great job on the gravy. She always does the gravy. And it was delicious. I did make a Jell-O salad that my aunt always made. And she announced, probably 5 years or so before she passed, she wasn't going to make it anymore because it's a pain in the butt. And I'm like, I'll make it. We can't have Christmas without having that Jell-O salad. And it's a lime Jell-O and then a filling that's white and then a cherry Jell-O. And it's delicious. In fact, I still have some. I'm going to go get some after this. The center piece, it's hard because it takes literally a full day to make it because you have to do each Jell-O layer and then let it set. So the middle layer requires some cooking. And when I read her, I said this last year, and I need to do it because at some point someone from one of the kids are going to want to make it. And I called her once and I said, okay, give me the recipe. And she just like rattled. I think she just kind of did whatever. So I buy a big bag of mini marshmallows to use a 1/4 cup of marshmallows. Sometimes I throw in more, sometimes I don't. It uses heavy whipping cream that you whip. It uses cream cheese and crushed pineapple and some pineapple juice and lemon Jell-O and mayonnaise. But I forgot the mayonnaise. And I told my mom on Christmas Eve, I'm like, I forgot the mayonnaise. And I didn't realize it until I was cleaning up from doing that layer and it's setting in the fridge and I clean up to like the packages and everything, and I'm like, oh, the mayonnaise, I forgot to put the mayonnaise in. But it's interesting because everybody said they think they like it better, so there's that. But the rest of it turned out really nicely, and it actually hasn't turned out as good the last couple of times I've made it as it did this time, so that was a win. Yeah, so it was good. Everything that we had was delicious, and company was fun, and we don't do gift exchange anymore. So it was just nice to get together and hang out and chit chat. So I hope that you all had a great holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate at all. New Year's is coming up. I don't think I will be seeing you before New Year's. I will be filming videos, but I don't know when I'm posting them. I've got a few odds and ends that I want to do. Next week on Saturday will be my regular video. I will, in the meantime, do a end of the year video, the whips, the finishes, and then what my plans are. I don't know if those will be 2 separate videos. We'll see how long it winds up being. And we'll go from there. So until next time, if you haven't done so already and you like the content, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. I do reply to all the comments when I can. I do try to get to them every week. I did fall behind one week for 2 weeks because I was sick, and it just out of my mind. But I do see them all. So if you could just take a minute and do that, I would really appreciate it. I also wanted to mention I applied for and got accepted as an Amazon in the Amazon influencer program, which means I can have a storefront of all of the things that I like to purchase through Amazon or that I like, most of which are for crafting. But then I've got a couple other categories in there of things that I've liked that I might have mentioned on a video that I've included. I will include the link to that store below. If you I'm still going to be adding things to it. So until I get it completely filled to how I want it, like how I've got it pictured in my head, make sure that you check back, because what you might be looking for might not be there now, but it might be there tonight, or it might be there next week or the week after. So my intentions this next year are to stay on top of that and really make an effort to, if I purchase something and I like it and I share it and I think you'll like it, I will drop it in the Amazon store so that you can just go and take a look at it from there. I also, on my YouTube channel, there is, I believe it's called a community tab. I have taken all of the Amazon links, and I haven't checked all of the links, so some of them may work, some of them may not work. But on the community tab, I dropped all of the links in a post there. So you can find links to specific items that I have actually purchased from the link that I've purchased it from there in the community tab. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of my description because it was a lot of Amazon stuff. I am an affiliate with Amazon, so I do get paid a tiny little commission when you purchase through one of the links that I provide or through the store. But that does not cost you any extra. The items that I am pulling and putting in my store are things that I've purchased with my own money. No one has given me anything to try and promote on their behalf. So just know that. I do believe that I say that in the post on my community tab, but I am going to try to utilize the community tab a little bit more frequently. When we do a sale, when I've got information on different retreats or sales or anything like that, I'm going to plop it into that community tab. That is the goal for 2025. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. And I hope that you have a very safe and happy new year. And I will see you next year. Bye.